Hello everyone, my name is Mr. Bacon Cat. Today I'm going to be doing something that I think will probably fail terribly and you guys may or may not enjoy seeing. Today I'm going to be doing something that is also very, very cringy and something I'm probably going to have a lot of people laugh at me for when I go back into school. That being because most of the people that ever watch my videos and most of the people that comment on my videos in fact go to my school and are friends of mine. So you're probably wondering, Bacon Cat, what's on your screen? Well, right here is a process taking place. Well, not currently taking place, but a process that is going to be taking place in this video called Conlanging. And you're probably asking, well, what's Conlanging? Conlanging Conlanging is making a constructive language. I am in fact creating a language at this current moment, and as you can probably tell by the title of this video, I'm not too very smart in regards to this. I am no professional by any means of the word. Even though I'd like to become somewhat of a linguist, it's not my main goal, but if that's what I become, I'm sure I wouldn't be too mad about it. I'm still going to at least try to make something like this in case I want to go into college. And this would probably be a good thing to, I guess, give to them when I sign up for taking classes so they can see I have somewhat of an idea, whether it be in regards to linguistics or altogether or just this. Because I don't know how much of this takes up linguistics. And once again, by all means, I am, by no sense of the word, a professional linguist. Matter of fact, the video title is very correct in that I'm an idiot in regards to this. You're probably wondering, well, there's these two windows that I have up on my desktop. This right here consists of this here, which these are just sample words from the very first iteration of my language. Most of these words may or may not, well, I'm sure if I'm correct, these words here, these are all verbs, by the way. These are words in regards to the form of person, like if it's you or if it's them, so on and so forth. These are just three indistinguishable root words. Up here is the modern day phonology. Phonology, if you don't want to look it up or by any chance don't know what the word phonology means, is a set of sounds. In regards to a language, phonology means the set of sounds that are in said language. So if you go through all of these sounds are the sounds inside of my language. A lot of people would say this is poorly optimized, and to that I would probably have to agree with you. But anyways, also this one here, if I'm correct, could be put up here, but the reason I didn't is it would probably take up a extra slot in regards to this, and I don't want to be annoying to myself and make myself do that. These are the vowels in my phonology, and this right here is basically the same stuff as this up here. I just split them apart because it would be. Over here is the phonotactics of the language. Phonotactics are simple things that define how both the sentence itself can be formed and how a word can be formed. You guys can pause the video to try and look at what each of the rules in my phonology are, and some of them I'll probably have to explain. Right here you're probably looking at this CVC in quotation marks V. C's and V's stand for consonants and vowels. So this right here is how a word can be shaped. This language specifically is a closed syllable language. I have earlier iterations of the language that are on separate save folders that are open syllable languages, meaning instead of this being CVC, it would simply be CV. Down here, there isn't stress is kind of self-explanatory in that in a given word there is supposed to be no particular stress on any of the words, meaning certain ideas. As in English, you have the word present and present. Overall, they're spelled the same way, it's just the stress is put on a different part of the word, which then makes them a completely different word. In Spanish, some words, I'm not going to try and name off any because I know for a fact I don't know. This also will completely determine the meaning of the word as well, the stress. There being no stress probably means that there's going to be a larger dictionary for my language. VOS stands for the sentence structure. So can you guys just ignore the fact that I spelled a bunch of stuff wrong? V means verb, O means the object, and S means the subject. This means that a sentence like the person sees the animal, which then translate into the verb see, the object animal, and the current subject person. Down here is a verb-like adjective, meaning the adjectives in this instance will come before. So say, if I have an adjective that's helping to modify the object or the subject, it will come before the subject or the object due to the fact that the verb is first. If adjective is derived from verbs, that would mean in a sentence that goes subject, verb, object, the subject would have the adjective come after the object or subject in this case that I'm talking about, and the object would have the adjective come before it. Why didn't I think of this earlier? Good question. It probably would have made my language a bit more fun to try and write in. Verb-like positions, this to you guys is normally known as a preposition. English uses preposition because our positions are derived from nouns. I have verb-like adpositions, which is basically a preposition just with add in front of it. Great descriptions, I know. Now, you're probably asking me, well, if adjectives are verb-derived and adpositions are verb-derived, then how does that work? Well, actually, fun fact, Chinese and I think some other languages have very similar phonotactics like this. Now see, in regards to the type of language mine is a very random assortment of a head final and head beginning language. I don't know what the second term is, which is kind of weird, and a lot of people would most likely suggest you get rid of that. But just for the fact that I want my language to be semi different from other languages, I'm gonna keep it the way this is. I kind of copied off of every other language in the world in regards to my possessors and my possessees, and I made my possessor and possessee rule act the same way as my verb-like adjective rule up here, meaning possessors are the ones that are modifying the possessees, and since it's a verb-like adjective, in regards to a lot of the phonotactics in my language, I wanted it to be as simple as I could get it. So in regards to the plural system, plurals are simply assumed through context or say visualness, you can simply say in my language, if everyone remembers that, say, a duck walked across the street like a day ago, then the person could say a duck walk across street in my language, and people would assume, oh, he's talking about what happened yesterday, and they would assume that that meant that the duck walked across the street the day before. Since I'm gonna have expressed through time phrases like yesterday or the day before, so on and so forth. Valency, look up what valency means, because I don't want to try and explain how valency works in languages. Valency, in my personal opinion, is one of the most, I guess, hardest topics to try and understand in regards to languages. And then you have everything below that that is simply different rules that I have for the words to follow. The reason my language is currently a CVC, meaning a closed syllable language, is because I wanted to add some challenge, for say. I wanted to add some challenge in regards to how my language is created. So I decided to add another rule. This isn't the rule. I haven't actually added the rule yet. This down here is what's going to determine how the rule works in regards to this language. I'm going to add a onset, coda, and nucleus. Yeah, onset, coda, and nucleus rule so that I can change this open syllable word to a closed syllable word. And I'm gonna, using that, have to go through all my language, my words again, just to make sure that they work the way that they're supposed to. So what I'm gonna do with this window opened up here, I'm going to write down what two-syllable pairs I'm going to allow in regards to the onset, coda, and nucleus for all of the words. So what I'm gonna do is be cheap in my editing, and I'm gonna do a faster time lapse of me doing this part of my language to make sure it works the way I want to. And yeah, also I'm probably gonna pause every once in a while because quite frankly I don't know how to do that, this part of it, because I've never had to. But still, I will get the super fast time lapse started. Let's go. Alright, so I'm back. Even though I was originally talking about trying to make the rules for the nucleus onset and coda, which I know I said in the wrong order, but who cares? I haven't right here. I was originally going to, but I haven't. Right here is a list of 2 consonant pairings that I'm allowing inside of my language, since I'm making this a CVC language. I know there's gonna be what's called content clustering or consonant clustering. A lot of people call it consonant clustering, and a lot of people call it content clustering. I preferably call it content clustering because it's easier to say. This here is just to make sure I know when making a word what 2 letters can in fact go together within one another. What I'll probably do is write down in between episodes, if you guys want to see this be a series, then make sure to hit like and subscribe, because I'm not a shameless YouTuber. Okay, I guess I am. So, as I was saying, if you guys want to see this as a series, do feel free to comment down below that you want to see it. If you guys want to see this become a series, once again, I will, in the next video, go ahead and try and work on the onset, nucleus, and coda, also known as the coda and rhyme. Rhyme, if you're curious, is composed of both the nucleus and onset. I don't remember which comes first, the onset or the coda, but still, whatever. And so I'm running out of time to record this video, and I want to get something out today. So I hope you all enjoyed this. If you didn't, then feel free to let me know, and I will quite simply stop recording this kind of a video. And I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.